going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. We are in the Duramax still. The bulbs, headlight bulbs came last night for the truck. I still got that module to fix, but the key fob works better. It can lock and unlock with the key fob. The key fob's worn out, so I got to look at replacements for that. Steering wheel controls, gonna order new ones of those. The tires, I've got to rotate so the bad tires are on the back because all the weight's up front, of course. So, and I've got to order, I think what I'm gonna get is the PCV reroute kit. I gotta show you, I'm impressed with a new polish I found a couple weeks ago. I'm gonna try it on the Yeti when I get the Yeti back sometime this week after the catalytic converter is fixed, slash replaced. Really, it's replaced. There's a parts issue. It hadn't come in yet, so without parts, not much you can do. And in my state, I can't just weld a pipe in between where the cat was because emissions. Hooray. And that's why I love the LBZ, guys. No emissions, no EGR, just a PCV, that's it. And I'll get the kit from either PPE or the Truck Master guy on YouTube. I will get that kit and I will do an install on that kit. So stay tuned for that, of course. Got a ton of things I want to do to the truck. One of the bigger things is going to be the rocker covers, protectors, so they don't get worse. Sorry guys, I ain't feeling great on my way to work. But truck's doing good. Ran just about all week and it's still on full. Of course, this has a mighty big fuel tank compared to the Yeti. Yeti's like 25 gallons. This one is like, I think 30 or more. It makes a big difference. People think 5 gallons doesn't make it makes a big difference. So don't think it doesn't. I gotta put high beams out because people will walk in the rain and dark clothes and walk in the middle of the street. So gotta be cognizant of knuckleheads. Very few of them will wear reflective or carry a flashlight or something. And a lot of them will walk with their back to you. So, but I got the truck cleaned up decent. Got a chip on the windshield need to fix. Of course, got the bulbs put in, tires to rotate. Got to get new tires. These tires are shot, but we'll do that. I've been looking at some floor liners, so I got to measure the floor, make sure I got the correct width and length and all dimensions, so I make sure they fit properly and they're not overhanging or just really stupid looking. So I gotta do that. But yeah, I can tell you guys, I am enjoying being in the LB7, being in the Duramax again. Of course, got the transmission, fluid change coming up this spring or summer. I've got the oil change coming up this summer, the fuel filter change, air intake will come at some point. Maybe a different exhaust, but I'll probably get the kits from the Duramax store. Guys, I heard about the Duramax store and all, which I haven't had a Duramax in 9 years. That place is freaking awesome. That place has everything. I'll go over it in a video, but I looked at it for the first time last night. I'm like, damn, that's awesome. Where was that when I had my LBZ? Maybe it was around, I don't remember it. A lot of my stuff then I got from Alligator Performance, which I enjoyed. They were great, always great service and all. I don't know if they're still around, but I'll look into that, because eventually when I get the I can't remember what they're called for the crankshaft or whatever, the pins, the little stupid guide pins, when I get them taken out and get the sleeve put in to fix that problem. The injectors have been replaced just a couple years ago or so. They don't have many miles on them, so they're good. They're the updated ones. They should be fine. Got to figure out what. I've always used Stanodyne on my LBZ and LB7. I might just stick with that, but I might check out XDP. Everybody says that's a great one. Hot Shots diesel stuff I've heard is really good, so we'll see. Yeah, but I gotta do that just because of the ultra low sulfur. It probably affects the LB7 more than the newer trucks, but these were technically made for ultra low sulfur. This truck really wasn't, because ultra low sulfur wasn't introduced until the mid 2000s. So the my LBZ, the LLY, I'm pretty sure, were made for ultra low sulfur. Still not great on them. If you don't add the additives for the lubrication, they will wear out faster. Like injectors, the pumps, common rail fuel injection system. But I want to share information I didn't know with you guys about this particular LB7 Duramax. It went from paper to full-on production, full-scale production in 37 months. Back then, probably even now, especially with everything going on, that was super quick for a brand new platform for a diesel engine. I didn't know that. I thought they had been developing that for 5 years or more with the Isuzu, because generally that's what companies did back in the day, and might still do sometimes. Just because of the issues with the 6.5 and the lack of power with that Detroit diesel motor, and the 6.2 and the dreaded 5.7. I think that was an Oldsmobile engine that was just a complete and utter disaster. So that's impressive. And the only real problem, even though it's a pain in the butt, was the injectors and the guide pins for the crank. That's crank or the cam, one of them. That's freaking impressive. Hold on, here I got the guys for the trash men are out picking up. And as far as you all, be nice to your trash men. You know, how many of you guys would want to get up 3 o'clock in the morning and go until a later day picking up other people's trash? So be nice to your trash guys. If you can, tip them. You know, I still take out trash I'm working on. Not a fun job. A lot of times trash cans are heavy, so it's a good physical job. If you want to get in shape, be a trash guy, be a plumber. I mean, you want to get in shape, do a skilled labor job. I'll tell you what. Or a manual labor job, you'll get in shape quick. Roofing, tile, I mean, all kinds of stuff. Construction, anything construction. I mechanic or whatever, I mean, any kind of physical job you get in shape, you also wear yourself out quicker. You'll probably destroy your body. You will destroy your body. But anyway, stay tuned. There's the mileage on the old girl. What do you guys think I should name? My dad had a name. Oh boy, but might do something different. Maybe Darth Vader. Who knows? I'll think of something. But my wife said the other day, the engine's got a lot of miles on it, doesn't it? 230,000. Honey, this truck go 500,000 or more easy. Especially when I do the PCV reroute, he's already had the radiator replaced. The water pump has been updated, and the injectors. The main problems, besides the guide pins, have been fixed. That light is just a module that I got to find and fix. Or replace, I mean, because the four-wheel drive still works, still active. I've tried it several times just to make sure I'm not going nuts. It still works fine, so it's not the four-wheel drive transfer case. Check the fluid, that's good. Rear axle's still good. Maybe this summer I'll do a video on changing the oil in it and just making sure there's no shavings. But, and I'm looking at seat covers, kind of update things in here, some other stuff. So stay tuned, guys. Ton of stuff to do to this truck and the Yeti when the Yeti returns. So yeah, you'll have Darth Vader versus a Stormtrooper, if you want to call the Yeti the Stormtrooper or the Yeti. But I'm be excited to get that truck, to get my actual truck back, and I'm excited to have this truck. So stay tuned, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, and notifications. And once we hit 100, that person doesn't know what side of the line they belong on, I guess. We'll do a free giveaway. So maybe we'll come up with some merch for Darth Vader and the Yeti. Or the Stormtrooper, if you guys want me to rename it. So, love y'all. Enjoy your vehicles. Work hard, love hard, play hard. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.